Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Pashpika, the channel where we talk a lot about financing, cryptos, NFT. Well, in today's video, we're going to be talking about how I'm going to be doing my personal financing in 2023. I think I've already made a video in 2022, I guess. I'm going to leave that video in the classic above if you haven't checked it so far. But in 2023, my planning is a little bit different. I finished with the taxes, with the LLC taxes in the January itself. Of course, we have a time till April, but then I thought that let's do it in the beginning so that I can plan the rest of the year according to it. So I'm gonna share some of the tips and some of the ways in which I'm planning to do my personal financing in 2023. So let's dive in. Before go back and start clicking that button, guys. I do appreciate that. If you want more such video, consider subscribing, hit the bell icon. Whenever I'm gonna upload new videos, you're gonna get notified about it. Also, you can visit our website www.globodivine.com. The link is in the description box below. You could very well grab the finance plan or bundle that will going to help you plan your finances in a good shape. And the links are in the description box below. It's a PDF download that entirely based on my experience and knowledge. Let's talk about how I'm actually doing personal financing in 2023. The first thing first, I have learned a lot from my experience, so that's what I'm doing. The first thing is that I'm actually learning from my past experience. I started my business back in the 2020, so it's almost gonna be 3 years in the March of 2023. So I do have an experience, so I'm planning according to it. The second tip I have for you is actually keeping a record of my income spreadsheet in multiple different platforms. Like after losing my data, which I already covered in the past video, after losing my data in the computer, in the laptop, and then trying so hard to recover the data, I was able to recover that fortunately, but still it was a lot of the stress from my side. And then I decided to have a backup of this particular data in a secondary device. So I do have in the secondary device on my phone and on my tablet, on my laptop, which has actually been recovered. The third thing that I'm doing differently is actually having a separate bank account. I already have a separate bank account, but now I'm gonna be having a separate account in terms of managing my multiple different income stream. Like one is my main business that I do hire the people and I'm working with my friend there. The another part of the business which is personally all done by me. Like I am only doing it, I am only managing it. So these are the two different parts of my business. So I'm actually planning to separate them equally well so that I can actually see that, okay, this is the business expenses and business that's making money, that's completely done with my friend and with other people, like hiring a freelancer, and this is the one entirely done by me so that I can have a clear cut picture of what's coming and what's going out and how much I'm saving. So that is the another thing. Another tip I have for you, or another way I'm actually doing is I'm actually approaching more digital method. Now, since I'm a more traditional person, but I do like the digitization, but when it comes to writing on a piece of paper, I find it way more fun. But now I'm actually focusing more on digitizing, because when you are having online, or when it's you're having on your email, it's very easy to access anywhere and everywhere in the world. Because if you're maintaining it in the paper won't gonna be lasting forever, and you need to carry that piece of paper or notebook everywhere you're going for maintaining your stuff. Since I've been traveling for past few months, like I've been going back on fees and all that stuff, so I think that having the things on the phone, on the device, or in the online makes more sense and easy for me than on a piece of paper. That is a thing that I'm approaching differently. But I still do use the traditional method of writing a piece of the paper because it's fulfilling and satisfying. The way is I'm approaching is more about my personal mindset regarding the personal financing. Earlier, I was like, I'm gonna figure it out everything by my side. But now I'm like, if I'm not able to figure it out, I'm paying someone to actually do it for me. Like for the tax itself, actually I paid my taxes all by myself, but then how to fill the form and how to file it and all that stuff, which needs to be done very, very right. Because if you're making any mistake, then you obviously know about the penalties of mistakes and corrections and all that stuff that goes with that if you're making any mistakes. So I'm actually bought the courses from the tax consultant and watched their courses and then filled out the form instead of actually doing everything by myself completely for free. So now I'm actually looking forward to hire the expert in the area to help me with the stuff rather than me actually figuring out every single aspect of the business or the finances, because I see my business growing back in the late of the 2022 with the rise grade increase. I see that I do have a money and I can support myself and I can pay for the expert help if at all I'm needed, instead of me actually spending a lot of the time and energy and under the stress and finding out the stuff. This is something that has been changed. Like in the beginning, 2020 and 2021, I was actually figuring all by myself because my business were quite small at that time. But after the sales that risen up in the 2022, I see that I can pay someone to do that stuff and instead use my time to actually focus on growing my business way more. So that is the another different stuff from the mindset point of view I'm doing. And it's really gonna take you a little bit time to do it. If you're a person who is like me to find everything by yourself, it gonna feel a little bit lousy or lazy to give those things in someone else's hand. But I'm telling you it's worth it because the expert will going to know exactly what needs to be done instead of you actually figuring out everything by yourself. That's why we hire the expert. We hire the consultant in those areas to get the necessary help. It makes sense, right? Way that I'm doing my personal financing this year, apart from saving the money, I'm also focusing more on reinvesting my business, especially in terms of the tools. Like I'm purchasing more art tools, more art supplies, and buying a new tablet and buying a portable printer. So I'm reinvesting in my business so that it will going to make more easy for me and also help me in growing and scaling my business. Like I'm focusing on saving 20 to 30% of my business. That's completely going into the savings and I'm not touching that money. The rest money is going into my paying the bills, paying the people who are there to help me with my business, and also paying for every other business expenses and reinvesting rest of the money. So that is the kind of like a percentage I'm describing right now, since I'm seeing my business growth is happening. Now obviously this thing will going to vary depending on how much, like how big your business is, or whether you're starting, or whether you are making multiple six figure, seven figure, or whatever it is. So these are the some different things that I'm approaching in the 2023 in terms of the personal financing. Hopefully you're gonna find this video useful. Let me know in the comment section below, and if you have any tips, I would really love to hear from you. I'll gonna see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye guys.